What is up, guys? Welcome back to a new video, and in today's video I will actually be covering the world map. What everyone's been wondering about, what is that weird symbol with the sword, how come I don't have that idle button, all that stuff. Well, today I'm actually going to be covering it, and I had a video previously on my channel about it. It's called the beta, and this is what the actual developers have been working on for quite some time now. They're trying to launch it globally so that it will contain the whole leagues just put into one big giant global map, hence the word global map. That's why they called it like that. We're still a bit far from it. They're probably going to start with just putting the leagues like Sapphire League and Diamond League together, and then they're probably going to work from there, and that's probably 2 months away. So, you know, I'm just prepping you for what's to come later. But this is the actual starting screen for when you actually are already a bit further in the game. But the actual starting screen you get is sort of on the outskirts, and you probably have a similar face as well. So you'll see an archipelago of islands, and your home is somewhere about in one of those islands, and then you'll have to move your way into the island. So how this works is it's structured like the standard tiers that we have, the dragon tiers, and for now it's only up to green tier, and then it has orange, and then it has blue, and then it has purple, and then it has red. And every tier signifies something. Every tier has better mining, better XP bonus, better invader payout for gold. I believe you start red tier with only 1% XP bonus, 5,000 per invader island, and 25,000 minings that you can find. So you can only find a 25,000 gold mine. Moving to purple, you can actually start to find 45,000 mines, 25,000 as well. You find both of them, and then you can actually find 2% XP bonus. You actually manage to get 6,000 instead of 5,000 per invader island. I don't know about purple, but all I know is that they used to have 60,000, but now they decreased them to 52,000. So the maximum farm you can get is 52,000 in blue tier. So probably orange will have 60, green, God knows, I have no idea. Green is actually completely dominated by Dreadnought and been like that for the past 90 days almost. So yeah, and as you can see, the green tier, it says Club Dread, that's the name of the island, and then next to it says level 4. That region is level 4, this region is level 3, blue region is level 2, and purple region is level 1, and so on and so forth. And the actual this is a safe zone. That's where you actually start. It's a safe zone. It's level 0. And as I said, the levels are just tiers. They just mean better gold, better XP bonus, better invader farms payout. This is us. We're actually well, my house is actually in Malin at the moment, but I think my actual team is at Sni right here. So they're a bit far away from me, and I've sort of been defending an island on my own for the past 3-4 days. So then when you have your own house and you actually moved on to your own place, you can actually click it and you will see the whole menu. As you can see, I've actually waited purposely as well for the day to start, and my bonuses are actually active as well. Not only get a dragon bonus on your multipliers, you also get it on the invader bases. As you can see, it says 6.0. That's my standard payout for an invader base, but it will be times 5 because that's the start of the game, and then it will go times 4, times 3, and then it'll actually go times 2 as well, unlike the dragons. But this one actually goes to times 2, and you can see your daily tribute under it. That's times 16, and that's equal to 8 tokens per island your team has. So the more island your team owns, the more your daily tribute. We actually used to have a 32 breeding tokens payout, but we sort of lost 2 islands, so it's been half. And talking about the invader base, it's a simple reflection of your level. So if you're level 80, the invader base will be level 80. If you're level 68, it'll be level 68. If you're level 130 like I am, the invader base will be a level 130. It will go up every time you level up. So, you know, try keep it to a pretty known level of what you're doing, especially during fortification events. Things tend to get out of hand where you just level up way too quickly with respect to your dragons or your dragon's strength, and you tend to not be able to actually manage to either defend or attack in your global map. So be careful about that. That's a tip right there. Then you roll down and you'll probably see that at the moment there's just two of us on this island from my team. There's me and Harley Quinn. She's been with me since the start. She's been trying to help me out as much as she can. I have 15.3k ships home guarding. That means this is literally my home. You can send ships to just guard, not home guard. So just guarding means that's not your actual home. once your fleet is killed, it'll go back to your home. So you can send them anywhere on islands you own, and you can literally guard islands you own whenever you want. But home guarding is different. Harley Quinn, she's also on home guard, and she has 426 ships. There's an Outlaws guys level 170, which I'm not going to attack because he has 0 ships, so he's no harm to us with 0 ships, as I said. And they've actually been trying to get this island for the past 4 days, as I said. The fact that I've actually got a lot of ships helps. So on the top right, you can see the total amount of gold you have, the total amount of ships, and the total amount of gems. Gems in this sort of partly game, they actually have sort of an important role as well, because you do actually, using gems, you can actually speed up estimated time of arrival to any place you're sending ships to. It can be to support, it can be to a mine, it can be to an enemy island, it can be anything. And sometimes, you know, getting there faster will actually make the difference. That's why gems are important in this game, or in this part of the game. iStefa, why do you have 15.7 ships there on the central screen, but you have 16.2 on the top? Well, that's because simply I've actually got 900 ships mining this island. This is a mine island, and it has a 45k capacity, so they're pretty rare to find because usually they're always filled up without teams. And so whenever you do find best capacitive island gold, you should always take it and try mine it, harvest it as fast as you can. And as you can see, 900 ships. 900 is the minimum required to fill up that 45,000 amount. So I'm not going to give more, as I might need ships if I'm being raided during the mining period. But whenever you actually click a mine, let's go for a full one. So whenever you actually click a mine, it'll say it. It'll ask first which admiral you want to use, and you have, at first you only have one admiral that's due to the fact that you just started, and you have to complete a tutorial. Basically teaches you how to play, and once you've completed that tutorial, you unlock all 3. Tutorial is it's really simple. All you have to do is just follow the instructions. It'll ask you to spend some gems at some point, and you just have to get along. And not a vast amount of gems, like 50 or maybe 100 gems. That's the only amount it'll ask. So, but for you to actually finish it, it's completely necessary, as you do unlock the other 2 admirals, and you don't want to be left behind with just 1 admiral. But whenever you actually choose to just ship your fleet in general and send it somewhere, it'll ask you which admiral you want to choose. So my Admiral Orin is busy at mining gold mine number C1, as you just saw just a moment ago. So I can send Admiral Laria. Whenever you want to send dragons to mines, this is a tip from me. Always send your weakest dragons. You want your strongest dragons to be at home, because if you're guarding, someone just decides, an opposite team just decides to attack you, at least you have your best dragon at your disposal, and that's what you want. You don't want your weakest one. It doesn't make a difference if, like, you send your strongest dragon, like for me it's Scar, or if I send second. It doesn't change. It's not like the harvest per hour is fast or anything. It doesn't change. It'll remain exactly as it is. So it's one more reason for you to keep your best dragons at home. So I'm going to choose, and you can choose a total of 3 dragons, and it'll save right there. It'll suggest 500. The suggestion of 500 is this fleet can carry 25,000. As you can see, if I increase it, this fleet can now carry 34,000. So I'm obviously going to put it back to 500, as that's what I want. I don't want to waste any of those ships, as they're very expensive and are needed. So I'm going to deploy the fleet, and it'll set sail. And you can see it on your screen, setting sail right there. And so the big question, how do I make ships? How do I build ships? Well, you build ships with gold, as you probably figured out. And the maximum amount of ships you can make are 200 at a time. It's actually been restrained, and that's pretty good as well. Otherwise, Dreadnought would be way far ahead of us, and they probably are already, but can only build 2,000 at a time. I've actually started this 10 minutes ago, as the maximum amount of time to make 200 ships is 6 hours. So I've only started this 8 hours ago. I put this up, and you can probably see that whenever you're actually building ships, you can see on the top right sailors, and those sailors are needed to build ships. If your sailors are at 0, you cannot build. For now, I can only build 56 ships, as I only have 565 sailors. So 10 sailors give you 1 ship. So 2,000 sailors will give you 200 ships. That's as easy as that. They do fill up over time, so as you can see, it says plus 500 per hour, and you have 3 slots available. You can actually build 3 at a time, but you know, obviously you have to wait 4 hours for the sailors to fill up. So every 4 hours you can put 1 up if you have 200,000 gold. 200,000 gold will give you 200 ships, so 1,000 gold will give you 1 ship. As easy as that. 69,000 will give me 69 ships, which is ridiculous. I'm not going to put that up. I'm not going to waste sailors just for that. I tend to actually wait every 200,000 gold that I get, so I can actually build 200 ships straight away. I think for me that's the best way to actually do it. But yeah, that's all there is to to know about it. And you can actually repair here as well. It'll say repair your ship. Ships lost at home can be repaired. This is actually a new feature. We didn't have it at the very beginning. Ships lost at home can be repaired for a fraction of their gold cost. This includes ships lost with a relocation fleet, a home guard fleet, or any fleet at its home continent, regardless of its mission. Ships cannot be repaired if the continent is being attacked. The repairable ship count can go up, but you can actually pay to repair them until your continent is no longer under attack. So that's pretty sweet. I don't have 187,000 though, so I can't really repair them at the moment. So we discussed ships. We're now going to actually move to attacking. So how do you actually conquer an island? For instance, let me just give you an example. So we're being raided right now. As you can see, I have 15.2 ships, and for actual miracles from outlaws to actually get rid of me and Harley Quinn as well, and get rid of the bros and make outlaws the new owner of this island, he has to get rid of all my ships, make it like that for 4 hours. That means that if he would get rid of all our ships and our team would actually come back to support and try to defend it, he would actually still be in trouble within those 4 hours. If after the 4 hours he manages to clear us out again, then the island will be his. Now, attacking is relatively easy. You just, whenever you see an incoming enemy team, or whenever you're trying to actually take an island, you just click the raid button right there that you just saw that I clicked, and you just raid him. And when you're defending, you're raiding on water, and also when you're attacking, you're raiding on water. So the only problem with that is that there is a pretty big unbalance of you losing ships when you actually attack a guy. So it's always best to actually defend instead of attacking. So let him attack you so that he actually loses a lot of ships. I'm not going to raid this guy because he has 0 ships, so there's really no point. I would actually lose a lot of ships if I would raid him right now, so there's really no point of me attacking him. It was just to show you. And his base on this game is a complete reflection of the base he has set up on the normal game, so fire turrets and stuff like that. Now, if you want to see your admirals, if they're busy, how they're busy, you can click this star on the bottom right, and it shows you what they're doing and who's free, who's not. And if you want to see your battle reports, you can actually click the above button, which is this one right here, and it shows you your team battles, your battles singularly, and contributions. Now, contributions shows how many coins, the ships, and the, I don't know what this is, but I think the attacks, maybe the ships lost during attacks, and these are the ships killed during attacks, and these are the coins. So yeah, but what we care about is my battles, team battles, and as you can see, my battles, you know, just for me to get rid of, while I was defending, he lost 225 shit while he attacked me, and I lost only 185. So that's what I'm saying. There's a huge unbalance between the in the actual game. Like last time I defended as well, I lost 900, but this guy lost 723 ships. That's ridiculous. But that covers it. I'm actually going to show you the invaders, how they work, and what their defenses are actually made of. And as you can see, I've actually just started. I've got all my multipliers from what you can probably see right here, and we're probably going to start with second. Put that on, and the invader base is actually just made of arch towers, trebuchets, cannons, lightnings, and storm towers. That's it. No mage towers, no farms, and no fire turrets and no ice turrets. So they're relatively easy. The majority of them are actually projectiles. Oh, and ballistas as well, obviously. The majority of them, as I'm saying, are projectiles, so they're relatively easy if you actually go with Nightshade or Kelvin, as they both have the inverse spell. But as I'm saying, it's relatively easy. It's easy XP. That's why everyone uses them to do their multipliers at the very beginning of the day. And the offer of XP is the maximum amount you can get at your level. So for me, I think the maximum amount is 28,000, something like that. But as I have a rare wisdom on this fella and the 2% XP bonus, I think I get around 30,000. So that's pretty good for one attack. That's pretty good. You obviously get your multiplier and your gold multiplier as well. That's it. So he comes back on. You can see your actual XP adding up, and on the top you can see the gold times 5. As you can see, that's 30,000. That's it. It's very simple. It doesn't take a genius to actually work this out. It's just another game for you to actually avoid the tediousness of just always raiding and always doing the same things. Obviously, you have to have your team trying to work as a team. It wouldn't work if you were just trying to do it yourself. You would just get destroyed. People actually tend to work as a team in this particular part of the game. But that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, always leave them in the comments down below. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, and if you're new and want to see more stuff, subscribe to my channel. As always, guys, take care. Peace out.